Remote work gave us freedom, but it also took something else away. You can work from anywhere, but more and more people feel disconnected everywhere. So, over the last few years, work and travel became incredibly flexible. We learned how to work online, manage our own schedule, and move freely from place to place. On paper, it's a dream, and honestly, in many ways, it is. But as remote work and long-term travel becomes normal, then something unexpected happened. Freedom wasn't always enough anymore, and when you work online, you manage everything yourself. Your time, your motivation, your direction, and that independence feels empowering until it starts feeling lonely. Then screens replace real places and chat replaces real conversations. And then, slowly, many remote workers start missing something important. And it's not better Wi-Fi, better views or cheaper flights, but real human connection. So community-driven travel exists, right? Exists because always more people need this. Always more people need something more than just places. They want presence. They want to feel part of something again offline, socially and emotionally. And this is exactly where co-working trips come in. They don't take away your freedom, but they give it context. They give it meaning. And so one of the most underrated benefits of community-driven travel is structure. When you work online, you're always in control. You're planning, deciding, eventually optimizing, and that sounds great. Until you realize how exhausting that is. You're working, you have already your own business, you're already working eventually as a remote employee, but then you want to travel and you realize that now you need to plan everything for yourself. And then, of course, can become exhausting until eventually you give up and start feeling more lonely. So being part of a well-organized group experience allows yourself to let yourself go. And that sensation of relief is powerful. This is where a trip leader becomes essential. A good trip leader doesn't control the experience, they hold it. They create a framework where you work when it's time to work. You disconnect when it's time to disconnect. And you don't have to think about what's next because you just show up and then everything is managed for you. And so you are there to create connection. You are not there to entertain people. You are there to set the tone, to build a safe and comfortable environment. You are there to build the flow, their flow, your flow. And you create the environment where relationship can form naturally. Along the way, you build skills, confidence, and purpose. All of it while traveling and meeting incredible like-minded people. So that's why trip leading isn't just about hosting trips. It's about being at the center of a community without sacrificing, of course, your own freedom. Something special happens when people live and work together, even temporarily. Walls come down faster, conversations go deeper, you stop talking about what you do and you start talking about who you are. Ideas get shared, struggles get voiced, goals become more clear, and these connections don't end with your trip. Very often, they turn into friendships because you show yourself for who you truly are. So those connections are real, and those relationships that you build, they last way longer after the trip ends. And from those friendships, eventually new collaborations are born. And not because you were networking, but because trust between you guys was built naturally. So for TripLeader, this growth is even stronger because, you learn how to read group dynamics, how to support different personalities, how to create a space where people can feel comfortable, when people can grow. And your network grows organically, trip by trip. Your authority grows, your confidence grows, the type of experiences you'll be planning and hosting will change and will grow with you, as well as the price of your experiences will grow. And then you're not going to chase any more opportunities, but they will come to you. They will emerge through people. And as your circle expands, so your worth does. every group dynamics, every group goes through different stages, different phases. First, people observe. Then people start connecting with questions, actually with games at the beginning. They find their place, and then slowly the process starts growing. People become always more connected. They feel always more comfortable. They start opening always more and having those deep conversations that very often come at the end of the day. And then the process is natural and powerful. This is why becoming a trip leader is far more approachable than most people think. You don't need years of experience, or you don't need to be an extrovert person. Co-working trips are intentionally relaxed. It means that people work during the day and then you enjoy the rest of the time together by visiting the place where you are, the area where you are, or in the evening cooking together, of course, having a nice shared meal, having a barbecue, or as well as organizing an international dinner focused on a specific culture. That could be Spanish, could be Thai, could be whatever. So a great trip leader doesn't do more. They simply hold the space, clarity, presence, and connection. When those are in place, everything else flows naturally. And then, by the end of the experience, people don't just leave with memories, people leave changed. That's why, guys, community driven travel isn't just a trend, it's a response. It's an answer to something, to a need that is out there and that is becoming always louder and louder because always more people work remotely. And this working remotely brings you far from people. And so you need, again, real human connections. And as more of life moves online, people are choosing experiences that feel real, human, and that are shared. People don't just want to travel anymore. They want to travel together. They want freedom and belonging. And that's why shared experiences are not the future of travel, but it simply are what travel always meant to be. So, see you on the next video and ciao.